In today's technological age, it's said that a person sitting alone in a room is never truly alone. An unseen force accompanies them, monitoring their every move, not just when they eat, drink or sleep, but every single action. This force doesn't merely observe, it also influences them in countless ways. Intriguingly, this invisible presence is something the person has willingly brought into their lives, their smartphone. Behind the scenes, social media platforms employ algorithms that manipulate human emotions and desires. The situation has become so dire that even the engineers who created these systems can no longer control them. In today's video, we'll delve deeper into this phenomenon. Before that, we would like to welcome you to Infomish. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. In our era, it's rare to find someone entirely disconnected from social media, whether they use a smartphone or not. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are ubiquitous, residing on nearly everyone's phone. Social media has grown so powerful that while these applications were initially created for smartphones, now it seems smartphones are designed with social media in mind. With each passing day, the influence of social media expands, akin to a global superpower. The President of the United States now communicates directly with the public through Twitter. Many people think of social media as a free tool for information and entertainment, but the reality is much more unsettling. While we know social media by familiar names, these platforms recognize us not by our names, but by unique identifiers, often called IDs, similar to how prisoners are identified by numbers. In this way, social media resembles a digital prison where every user is tracked by a unique ID. It's astonishing how much these applications know about us. Although they appear to be free, it raises a critical question. How is our data being used, and how are these companies making billions from it? First, let's explore how social media apps are designed to be so addictive. These companies hire experts known as attention engineers, who specialize in capturing and holding people's attention. They craft free-to-use applications that manipulate human psychology, making them incredibly hard to resist. It's well established that people develop habits or addictions to these engineered experiences. Everyone enjoys receiving praise, and social media platforms exploit this aspect of human nature by offering features like hearts, likes, and thumbs up. Whenever we upload photos, we incessantly check our phones for reactions. If we don't, we are enticed by notifications that someone has liked our photo. It's human nature to compare ourselves to others and strive to appear better. This led to the introduction of photo filters, allowing us to present a more stylish version of ourselves. On social media, we portray an idealized version of our lives, filled with boundless joy. Our friends, seeing this filtered reality, feel compelled to post equally attractive photos to gain praise. We've reached a point where we do things on social media that we can't afford or achieve in real life. This isn't a coincidence, it's a meticulously designed program. This begs the question, even if all this is happening, does it matter? After all, social media provides us with entertainment, right? Indeed it does. But you'll be surprised to learn that this is precisely their goal, to keep you entertained so you return to their platforms again and again. Time passes and you keep revisiting these platforms. But what does medical science say about this so-called pastime? You might be to learn the truth. Experts believe that when we upload a video or photo, our brains compel us to check our phones repeatedly for validation. The moment we receive the anticipated likes or comments, our brain releases a chemical known as dopamine. This surge in dopamine makes us feel happy and relaxed. Medical science indicates that the dopamine release triggered by social media is comparable to the high experienced from using cocaine. When our bodies receive this spike, we feel euphoric. However, as soon as the dopamine levels return to normal, we start craving that high again. The trigger for this craving isn't in our control, but is instead manipulated by the algorithms of social media platforms. These algorithms decide when our photos will be shown on others' feeds. As long as our posts appear on our friends' feeds, we keep receiving likes and consequently dopamine. Once our photo is removed from their feeds, we feel the urge to upload a new one with new features to chase that same dopamine rush. This cycle continues endlessly. In essence, we are trapped in a prison without bars, doing exactly what these tech companies want us to do. Point number 2. Why do tech companies run these sessions? What is the purpose behind all this, and why are social media services free? First, understand that if you're using a product that has no cost, then you are the product. This is exactly what happens on social media platforms. They collect our data and keep us hooked under the guise of entertainment. They ask for our names, ages, locations, cell phone numbers, and even our interests. They track where we go, who we're with, what restaurants we prefer, and which movies we watch. With all this data, they tailor advertisements to our interests. Behind these applications, millions of supercomputers are working in real time to decide what content to show us, keeping us engaged. Even if a photo is accidentally liked, AI algorithms start showing us related videos and photos, ensuring we spend more time on these platforms. Number 3, social media and mental health. Medical experts have identified a new condition called social media depression. Millions of young people in America have been affected by this. Doctors believe that when we see the highlight reels of others' lives on social media, we compare ourselves to them. We compare our full, imperfect lives to someone's carefully curated 1%. This constant comparison leads to anxiety and depression at a very young age. Some young people, unable to cope, resort to suicide. Since the advent of social media, the suicide rate in America has increased by 151%. The troubling part is that engineers who created these platforms admit that they didn't foresee how severe the consequences would become. They acknowledge that the situation has spiraled out of control, spreading so much negativity that it's now nearly impossible to manage. Efforts to address the issue are complicated. I hope that this video will be of some benefit to you. Stay tuned for our next amazing video.